What's up everybody, my name is Josh Cannon and tonight I'm going to be reviewing the Boss VE-20 vocal effects processor. I was interested in adding some vocal effects to my live performances, and this pedal actually came #1 recommended on a Google search, so I thought, what the hell, I'll give it a try. So I'll be demonstrating the various things that this pedal can do, and I'll give you my personal opinion on what I think about this pedal at the end of this video. But for now, let's unbox it and see what it looks like. Alright, so take the lid off here. It comes with a very in-depth, easy to understand instruction manual, which is nice because I'm not the smartest person in the world when it comes to these things. It comes with 6 AA batteries, which this thing can run off of if you don't want to use the power adapter, but use the power adapter. This is the pedal itself. It's got a on and off switch here. It does like a true bypass when you turn it off. From what I heard, it does not affect the signal. It doesn't add or take away any gain. I'm sorry. This is your harmony pedal, or the harmony, switch, whatever you want to call it. This turns on and off, obviously, the harmonies, but it also can control a secondary effect. So though this says harmony, you can also set it to maybe a chorus effect or a flanging effect. So say you have like a reverb effect as your primary effect, and you can hit this one to turn on some flanging or some distortion, anything you want, which is kind of cool, I guess. It's got a phrase loop here. When you turn this on, this LED stays yellow. At that point, this pedal becomes a loop pedal, essentially. You can loop vocal phrases and all that, but this is your main preset selection knob here. It's very big and feels pretty sturdy and well made. That is the only way to change the presets, by just using your fingers. There is a way to do it with just your feet, but I'll explain that at the end of the video. It's got a menu button. That's your main source of navigating through various editing of the presets. It's got your reverb level, which, if you just want to adjust your reverb on the fly, it's good for that. And you have your exit button. The inputs here, we have one of these hybrid kind of XLR/1/4" inputs, so you can input a microphone that has a 1/4" tip to it rather than just XLR, so that might be convenient for some people. It's got one of those big old headphone jacks, or a line out kind of thing here, which is again cool if you want to use a 1/4" for a line out. And then it's got a stereo out for if you want to run like 2 XLRs. Maybe you want to run an XLR to a recorder and then one to the house speakers, or whatever. So that's the back side of it, and then the bottom is it's got some nice rubber feet on there to keep it in place. All right, now we're gonna go through some demonstrations. Please, people, be kind. I don't normally sing these songs. This is just for demonstration purposes, so I'm not really trying to sing my best right now. Also, if I'm singing an excerpt from a song, I don't know lyrics to save my life, so I'm probably singing the wrong lyrics. So let's start here. Let me out of this secret. I cannot help but believe this. Highway run into the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round, summer's in. All the people of the earth, listen to the wise man. Echo, echo. That's what that does. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. Well, now, don't you tell me to smile. You stick around and make it worth your while. Got numbers beyond what you can dial. Maybe it's cause I'm so versatile. Style, profile, like I said, it offers me back when I hear ooh child. I'm the scat man. Well, it's the big show. Yeah, it's a big show. This is with the pedal harmony effect turned on. This is the vocal double. Distance I'm chasing, I don't know tomorrow, but I'll need a change to make it through. Harmony doesn't sound all that real. Harmony doesn't sound that real to me. Just get a real singer. Step right up, march, low like blood on your face. Turn, suck, slap. I want a piece of it. I want a taste of it. I want to watch it go down. All the pigs are all lined up. I give you all that you want. But doesn't it make you feel better? This is a radio sound. It sounds like I'm on a radio. It's real lo-fi, and that's the point of sounding like you're on a radio. Helen, hear me, please, and for me, when our cars collide. What's the worst? Sorry. Her name was Rio, and she dances on the sand. Just like that summer something crossed the fatherland. The sole intention of learning to fly, permission granted and able to try. Can't keep my mind from the circling sky. Tongue-tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit fly. Do you believe in love after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no. In the night I've read a tone, a lonely story ever told. Long ago I saw a goat who lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
This is a robot effect. This is all it does. It's just one monotone pitch, so I don't know what this would be useful for, unless you just want to have people experience the brown note when you play live.
So what's my personal opinion of this pedal? Well, I'm sorry to say, I don't care for it. This thing has three basic tricks that it can do. It's got your reverbs, it's got vocal doubling and harmonies, and it's got vocal modulation. Now let's break down the practicality of each of these things. Let's start with the reverbs, okay? So most live venues, they have reverb already. If you use onboard reverb on top of reverb that's already in the building, it's not going to sound good. It's going to muddy up your signal, or it's not going to make a difference at all because it's already happening. So the reverbs are like 1/3 of the benefit of this pedal, of what it offers. It's got a lot of reverb settings, as you probably saw in the demonstration. So that's out. So number 2, the vocal harmonies and the vocal doubling. The vocal doubling is probably the most useful thing I found for this pedal. But again, I play a lot of synthesizer-driven, heavy guitar-driven music, so my mix is pretty full usually live. So to add an artificial vocal double to that sound, it doesn't usually sound good from my experience with this thus far, though it is probably the most useful effect on here. And then the vocal harmony, as far as that goes, well, you better know the key that all your songs are written in, which, I mean, I do, but, I mean, that could be a turnoff for some people. You have to know the key because you got to input the key of the song for the harmonies, obviously, to work right. And then 2, you better be a damn good singer who's always on pitch, because if you're not, the harmonies will sound like absolute crap. And if you've ever worked with artificial harmonies before, they already sound like crap. Just, you know, do a backing track or get an actual backup singer to sing the harmonies live. So that's kind of 2/3 of the pedal gone right there. The third trick that this thing can do is the vocal modulation, like chorus, reverb, tremolo, and distortion. Now you gotta ask yourself, how many times in your songs are you actually going to use a flanger, distortion, especially tremolo effect in your voice? Yeah, it's cool. It's a nice little gimmick to throw in every now and then, but is it $279 cool? Probably my biggest problem with this pedal, though, is the layout, all right? This thing has 2 pedals on the front, and that's it. You're pretty much stuck with 1 preset per song, because the only way to change presets on the fly without bending over and using this knob here is by using your feet. So how you have to do that is you have to step on the right pedal, hold it down for 2 seconds, and you can scroll through all the other presets. And after you found another one that you want, you have to step on the pedal again for another 2 seconds. Now, who in the heat of a live performance is going to have the patience and wherewithal to be able to do that during the song? I know I wouldn't be able to, especially since I'm already having to step on guitar pedals all the while. Now, the TC Helicon Voice Live 2 is a pedal that I've seen for vocals where they have individual switches for each effect. Vocal, modulation, doubling, you know, the effects and the delay and all that. They're all their own separate switch, which to me is a lot smarter and a lot more intuitive, but I haven't reviewed that pedal yet, so I don't know how it sounds. But TC Electronics usually makes really high quality stuff. So at the end of the day, this pedal, I would not recommend this for gigging musicians, especially ones like me who also play guitar while they perform. I could see this being used for beginners who maybe play in very small rooms that don't have any reverb. I could see this being used for like industrial bands where they want like a distortion effect on their vocal the whole entire time or something like that. I could maybe see this for somebody who has like a really small home recording studio setup, and maybe they don't have onboard effects on their software that they use to record, so you could use this instead. But I mean, most software has built-in effects nowadays, so this pedal offers some interesting gimmicks, but you have to ask yourself, is it $300 worth of interesting gimmicks? I hope this review was helpful in your buying decisions. My name is Josh Cannon again. You can check out some other product reviews I've done at the end of this video. I'll put links to it in the annotation or whatever you call the end screen now. Subscribe to stay alive. Like and I'll ride a bike. Comment below and I'll make it snow.